This is a demo of the Copy Master Data add-on for Dynamics 365 Business Central by Lighthouse Experts Group. The Copy Master Data add-on allows you to copy master data records, as well as dimension codes and values from the current company to one or more other companies in your Business Central environment. When you run the Copy Master Data add-on, you'll be presented with a screen of options. And the first option is the table dropdown. So this just tells the add-on what table you want to copy to other companies. So you'll see that you have the option of selecting GL account, which is the chart of accounts, dimensions, vendors, customers, fixed assets, or items. And if there are other tables within Business Central that you would like to copy using Copy Master Data, even if it's a custom table that was created for your organization, let us know and we can add this table into the list of options for Copy Master Data so that you are able to copy it just like any of the tables that are included with the base add-on. So if I select vendor as my table, the next option is the number filter. Now, if I want to copy every single vendor in this company, I could leave the number filter blank and just leave copy all records selected, and it will copy all the vendors that are in the vendor table. But I can also go more granular. So I can use this button to look up to the vendor table. And by the way, if I had selected a different table, that lookup would automatically update to show, in this case, the chart of accounts. So it updates based on whatever table is selected. Now, from here, if I only wanted to copy one specific vendor, I could select that vendor, and you'll see that copy all gets automatically deselected. So this would copy only vendor 30,000. But I can also use Business Central filtering syntax to create more complex filters in order to select the records that I want copied. So for example, this string would filter on vendors 30,000 or 40,000 in order to copy only these two vendors. But if I wanted to, I could even do something a little more complicated, such as this, where it would be copying every vendor that starts with the number 3 or the number 4. So whatever you can use as in your regular Business Central filters is the same thing that you can do in here. You can make this as complicated as you would like in order to select the specific records that you want copied. Override existing records tells the add-on, if you find that record already exists in the company you're copying to, do you want to overwrite it or do you want to skip over it? So for example, if it was copying vendor number 30,000 and the destination company already had a vendor 30,000, this option would tell the add-on whether it should overwrite it or just skip over it. Copy default dimensions copies the default dimensions that are associated with each vendor record. So every master data record in Business Central can have default dimensions set up so that when you type that record into an account number field, for example, on a journal, the dimensions would default from the default dimensions page that are associated with that master record. So this option just tells the add-on whether you want those default dimensions copied along with the master data record or not. The next four options only relate to dimensions, so they only come into play if dimension is selected as the table option. So I'll skip over those for now. And the last option is tells the add-on which companies you want to copy to. So when you select this ellipsis button, it'll pop up a screen where you can select any or all companies in your Business Central environment. There's a neat shortcut over here where you can select all or deselect all if you want to select all of them and maybe you have a lot of companies in here. I'm going to select just a couple to copy to and press OK. And that's about it. Once you hit OK, it'll do the copy and you'll see a message that says that the data was successfully copied from this company to 3 other companies. Now, if you want to copy dimensions, it's a little bit different because as opposed to the other tables where it's just single level table with the master data, dimensions are set up as two tables. So the first table is the dimension codes, and then the second table would be what are the values corresponding to that dimension code. So for example, if I wanted to copy the department dimension, you could copy one or more of the department dimension values. If it was the customer group department, those have different values associated with that dimension code. So these four fields allow you to slice and dice that however you want. If I'm looking to copy everything, all dimension codes, all values, I can select this option and it'll just copy everything in both dimension tables to the other companies. All codes, all values. If I want to go more granular and maybe only copy the department code values, I can select department and leave copy all dimension values selected. Or I could say I only want to copy one specific dimension value, which in this case is administration. And I can also, the same way I did with the number filter, I can also use Business Central filtering syntax in order to specifically select the records that I want to copy. So I could do, in this case, administration or production as the code, or I could say any department dimension code starting with A or starting with P. And you'll see that when I enter these in, the copy all options automatically get deselected and vice versa. So once this has been set up, I would, same as before, just select the companies I want to copy to and hit OK. I'll get a message that the dimensions were successfully copied from this company to the two other companies. If there's additional functionality that you need for your specific business requirements that aren't part of the base add-on for Copy Master Data, let us know and we can customize the add-on to work however you would like for your specific business requirements. And if you want to see an in-person demo or ask any additional questions, feel free to reach out to us at info@lighthouseexperts.com.